Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Yeah. Now, speaking of bikes, I guess if I'm going to get out on my gold wing here today, I better do it this morning. Check the weather, and starting around noon, there's the high possibility of rain. So once again, I might have to take a bit of a break here. Now, today, the plan is I want to brass black these two ladders, which you can hardly see, I'm sure. Now, I was just thinking when I was picking that up, where I touched them with the waxed pencil, I probably put a little bit of wax on the metal surface, which might not be real clean anyway. You know, it's going to have my fingerprints on it and stuff like that, and maybe any other little microscopic coating that was put on this stuff in the factory when they made it. I don't know. It could be that it comes out of the factory and it's just bare metal, or maybe not. But thinking about it now, the good news is that where this part is going to be, we're hardly going to see it anyway. So if there's a little place that maybe just isn't as black as it could be, nobody's going to see that. So I don't think I'll worry about it. I suppose I could put them in the ultrasonic cleaner with some hot soapy water and make them pristine again, but I think I'm over-engineering this. So we'll just go ahead and black them. And there's not too much in this thing. It's maybe only, I'm guessing 15% full. And what happened was I accidentally had it sitting in a box. It was over there where I've got my other sprue parts in at that time, and I accidentally had knocked it over, and it laid on its side for the longest time, and the cap leaked. Now I don't know if it was because this stuff is so corrosive or what, and we'll take a look at it, and we'll talk about what I think this stuff is when we're actually dipping our parts into it. I did find that it seems to work just as well, if not better, when it's diluted 50% water. And being as there's not much left in there, and I'm probably going to have to chuck out whatever we don't use. This is interesting stuff, but it's pretty pricey. I remember, I think I got it from Amazon years ago, way back in the Bismarck build. And I'm not convinced if it's better than spraying with, say, black enamel or even flat black with the airbrush. I don't think it's better. It does not turn the metal black. And that's what I was planning on talking about. When we did this, I used to think that it turned the metal black, but it doesn't. What it does is it puts a black powdery oxidation thing going on that can be rubbed off. Now, if it turned the metal black, you couldn't rub it off, right? But you end up and you get this stuff black on your fingers. So it's got its purposes. I think for what we're going to use it for, it's good. Otherwise, I would just spray with black paint, and I think you'd probably end up with a better job, with a better coating. And now paint also does not turn the metal black. I know that, but I think it's a lot cheaper than this stuff. That's for sure. And I suppose you could brush it on if you're very careful. All right. I don't know if I'm gonna be here when Missy the dog comes or not. Uh, there is a Tim Hortons. Actually, there are two Tim Hortons restaurants on the other side of the river on Main Street that I've never been to, and I don't even think I remember seeing them, but I know they're there. And I thought maybe I might bike over to one of those this morning for something to do, for a place to, a place to go. Yeah, 19.9 Celsius. It's not quite as warm as it was yesterday at this time, which is fine with me. Yesterday got pretty hot in the afternoon. I think it went up to around 29 or something like that. For Winnipeg, it's a hot day. Bearable, but hot. Let's do our brass black. I have to go get some water. Okay, let's see how much we got left here. Okay, it's getting kind of grungy, isn't it? Alright, that's it. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is dilute it down right now and put it back in the bottle. This is just ordinary tap water. Okay, that's about half. Now, can I pour that back without getting it? I guess it wouldn't have mattered. It's empty anyway, isn't it? Yeah. Will this thing pour good? I can't remember. It's been so long since I've used one of these things. Maybe I better get a little funnel just to play it safe here. Okay, I know that this thing pours good. I should have used this in the first place. All right. So, begs the question, if I can pour this into here without spilling, why can't I pour it into here without spilling? Well, the opening is just a little bit smaller, whereas this, I think I can just sort of quickly do it like that. Now, I guess I could have done it the other way too, right? Here we go, over-engineering again. Okay, now this stuff is corrosive. I don't think you want to be getting it on your hands if you can help it. Okay, now let's get the lid on there before we knock it over on our green cloth. Okay, go rinse these out. Okay, the plan is we're going to stick on the macro lens so that we can see really good. Then I'm going to take and I'm going to cover the ladders with our diluted brass black and wait until I think it's about as good as it's going to get. And then you won't be able to see me doing it, but I will then be taking the ladders and putting them into ordinary tap water here, just to rinse them off. It seems to me that somewhere I read or heard that, or maybe it's even on this, it tells you to wash the parts off afterwards. I don't know. Maybe I don't have to do that, but I think I should. Okay, so let's get our macro lens on. Okay, right now you're looking into the dead center of that lid that we had. And I'm drawing off a pipette full of liquid here. I don't know if one pipette is going to do it. I think we're going to need 2 pipettes. All right, 3 pipettes. Yeah, we should be able to submerge it in that. Here we go, ladder number 1. Ladder number 2. Oh, you can see them darkening already. It's not taking very long, is it? Maybe if I just very carefully rock this thing back and forth here, I can get fresh. Now I am seeing on that one ladder where, for whatever reason, some of the photo etch is not blackening. Oh, it kind of is now. Just okay, that may be about as black as we're going to get it. That could be where the waxed pencil touched on the, yeah, and there's a little layer of wax there. Okay, I'm just going to drop those in the water now, and we're going to rinse them off. Well, I don't know exactly how much time has passed here, but it's well over an hour. Maybe going on 2 by now. And I did get out for the bike ride. I got back before the rain started. Well, actually it hasn't started yet, but it's supposed to. Anyway, yeah. Well, I guess, I don't know how I can show you that this ladder is actually covered with a layer of black powder. But I guess for all intents and purposes, it looks like it's black, and that's the main thing. Okay, let's move on here. Okay, here's what's happened, and all I can say is, regrettably, there will not be a Max and Missy episode today. Max did come over when I got back from my bike ride, and he did bring Missy. And I did have the camera going, and I did video it. Nothing special, just the usuals. However, I had 3 cameras sitting here beside me at the computer, and I thought I had copied files out of all 3 of them, but I didn't. And I formatted the SD card that is in the Missy cam. Oh, we lost it. There's no way I can get it back. Sorry about that. We are fast getting to the place where there's not too much more I can do here until I get these, inside pieces painted white. I suppose some of these little plastic parts here we could paint with the 19. At least that's the thought right now, 19. I don't know if I want to do 19 or 66. I know that 19 would show up against white, but I'm thinking maybe so that these things just sort of jump out at you, maybe the 66 would be better. The 77 it would look like it was black. But okay, let's get ourselves reorganized here. I think we're probably done with this for a little bit. Yeah. I guess in the last month or so, I have received a lot of comments from people saying, don't forget about your LEDs. Got another one here, I think just a day or so ago, and it indicated you better start thinking about your LEDs now. So I thought, okay, let's just page ahead here. I'm in step 38. You can't see it, but it says 38 just up above here. And right now we are looking at the Enterprise headed in this direction. This is the bow up here. We are actually going to be viewing it the other way around, and we will be looking in through these various hangar bay doors here at the detail that is on the wall along here, which is what we are working on right now. Only this piece will actually go this way somewhere. Okay. But I was wondering where am I going to actually put the bulbs? So the LEDs, so that they will illuminate this way, and we will be able to see the detail that is mounted on the various bulkheads all the way along here. And then I realized that one of the last things we do after we are through building is we put the flight deck down on top. Okay, so that means that this entire thing is going to be open as we are working on it. Like all these I was going to call them rafters, but I guess on the ship you wouldn't call them rafters, or floor joists. Yeah, so I'm thinking that the right now the wire is going to come out right around here somewhere. In fact, it will come out just inside this piece right here, and then it could be strung across one of these floor joists, and then it could branch out and go this way and this way, and have bulbs all the way along right up in the corner here above the hangar bay doors, which are mostly open, right? And we wouldn't see the bulbs, and they would illuminate this way to the detail that is on the ship. I'm guessing, why not have 6 or 8 of them? Have them located in such a way that there'd be no dark areas. Might not be realistic, but well, yeah, it'd be kind of realistic. And that way, when I throw the switch, we'll be able to see in. So yeah, I'm kind of encouraged here to think that we shouldn't have too much trouble running our LEDs and illuminating the inside of the hangar bay. And there might be some other areas that we might want to in the island that we might want to try and illuminate. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. That's going to be a long ways away before we get to step 38, especially at the rate I'm going. Well, maybe things will pick up a bit in the wintertime. But right now, what do we got here? You can't see the clock, but it is 2:53 in the afternoon again. And I'm just not getting anything done here. I was going to try and mount these little pieces on something so that I could paint them the 66. I've decided to go with the 66. The 19, that's a good suggestion. Thank you. But I think I'm going to do the 66. They may as well have them dark so that they'll really stand out when a person looks through the hangar bay doors. That's the plan. Thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're going to see you tomorrow.